Excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Mean Gene, the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
What up, y'all? It's KNBD6 Ninja in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe, and this is the New World Podcast, brother. We're talking about iMPACT July 11th, 2024 in Philly. We got Tom and Matthew on commentary. We started off with the system driving off. They're like, JDC's like, I didn't attack, Nick, who did? Frankie Kazarian standing backstage. He's like, well, in that parking, not in the parking lot, that alleyway. He's like, Marks. Then He's like, who's filming me? And it's Ryan trying to get revenge for his brother Nick. He's like, I am recording this so he can whoop your ass. And here comes the wanted man. And again, a big old fight. Here comes security and everything. And Frankie just runs away like a little baby. Then we have Jordan Grace versus Izzi, Dame of NXT. Yeah, Jordan Grace put out an open challenge last week for the Knockout Championship, and Izzi Dame answered the call. I thought we were going to, something else was going to happen, but this was a fun match. This was a good challenge for Jordan Grace, and the door is just opening. We got Charlie Dempsey here tonight, too, and I got to believe No Quarter Cash Crew is not far behind him, so a lot of stuff is going on with this collaboration, and I'm all for it. But Ash by Elegance is watching. Her stooge comes out. It's like she's going to be watching via a satellite. On commentary, they made a comment like, do they still do satellite? Can you just do internet? Rosemary's there too to scare the stooge away. But this was this was just a fun match. And Izzi Dame here is a lot of fun. Then Santino, he announces a tag team wild card match. These teams will be picked for the main event, in which is Josh Alexander and Joe Hendry, because I believe in Joe Hendry, versus Moose and Steve Macklin. So that's our big main event tonight. We go into Zachary Wentz, part of the Rascals, versus Charlie Dempsey, and of course Miles Bourne. He attacks, causing some distraction for Charlie Dempsey to get the win. Like I said, No Quarter Catch Crew. I'm very excited about this. So it just keeps building and building with Izzi Dame, Charlie. Now Miles Bourne is just like, man, NXT is like here to take over TNA, but I don't think TNA will, and we'll count down to something, maybe a Worlds Collide pay-per-view. That'll be awesome, And even Bayley said to Cody Rhodes he said, hey, what would you want? And Bayley's like, I would like an Evolution 2 pay-per-view. The women are killing it. The women are, you got all this talent from NXT, from the main roster, from iMPACT as well. You could make another Evolution pay-per-view, and that would be amazing. The system calling out the Hardys, because next week the Hardys are back. They're going to challenge for those tag team championships, so we'll see what's going to happen there. Then the Santino, he approaches No Quarter Catch Crew, and he's like, hey, next week is a 6-man tag match against the Rascals and somebody that knows our world and your world. So I'm guessing he's talking about Wesley. Which is kind of funny because I was watching this. I was like, ooh, maybe Wesley will show up or anything like that because of what happened on NXT. But problem is, these are pre-taped. So, and on NXT is live. So they got to play their cards out right here. So a little bit of a tease, but I'm like, Wesley's going to show up on NXT next week in a big 6-man tag against No Quarter Catch Crew. Yes, please. And they have beef with Gallus too. Oh man, we're warming up. Number 1 contendership for the NXT see, I'm already getting mixed up here. For the TNA X Division Championship, the Speedball versus Kushida versus Jonathan Gresham. And Speedball gets the win. Trent Seven there to celebrate. But guess what? Secret Service comes out and attacks. Here comes Ali. They're holding Speedball. They're like, yeah, you want to see what happens? They start beating, Ali starts beating up Trent Seven. Here comes more security to take the Secret Service out. But this is getting personal, and this is all going to happen at Slammiversary, July 20th. I'm very, very excited about this show. Stephanie Lander, she's on the beach. She's walking out there with the toes in the water, and she's like, I got to go back to Australia. But she asked PCO, will you wait for me? You're the only person that loves me. Kissy, kiss, kiss. So will PCO wait for her? I'm thinking he will. Then we go into our next match for the, digital title. Yes, AJ AJ Francis with Rich Swann versus Rhino. And of course, caused a little bit of chaos to where Santino comes out like, no, we're in Philly. We're going to make this a Philly street fight. AJ doesn't like that. PCO comes out, just ends in chaos, and AJ Francis is standing tall above all, got them championships up in his arms, and he's going to face PCO at Slammiversary. So we're building and building. We have Giselle Shaw versus Tasha Steelz. Giselle gets the win, and right after the match, we get backstage. We get Gia with Zaya Brookside. I'm very interested. Like, Giselle Shaw is pretty dope. Zaya Brookside, I can't wait to see who she does, but her bestie took off and went back to Australia. Then we have JDC versus Chris Bay. And, of course, not far behind him is The System. The System. And ABC has been wants those tag team championships as well. Then we get another Hardys promo package because the Hardys are coming to Extreme. Hardy Boys are going to be back. Then we go into our main event. Josh Alexander, Joe Hendry versus Moose and Steve Macklin. This match was awesome. This is my match of the night. Great tag team action. Frank Kazarian on commentary, causing a little bit of distractions here and there. This was just a really fun match, especially if we're going to be building this big TNA championship match for Slammiversary. Moose and Steve got the win, but there was a little bit of like, what's going on here? And that's the way we end the show. Moose having his championship up, but he has so many threats all around him. Frankie, Josh, Steve. It's a lot of chaos going on. And congratulations to Stephanie Vacure for signing with the WWE. Huge signing. I'm very excited about her joining the WWE roster and seeing what she can do. Even Shawn Michaels tweeted, "Can't wait to see you in NXT." And I was like, hot damn. So things are rolling up here. We're really building the Slammiversary July 20th. So I give this show a solid 5 out of 5. I had a lot of fun. My match of the night was the main event. Tell me what you thought of the show. Drop those comments below. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, share with your grandma, share with the bum down at Walmart. You're not going to Pro Wrestling Tees anymore. That store is still going to be there. But in the link in this description of this episode, if you click the link tree and you push on the KMB merch, you will go to my TeePublic store. Revamped, added a new logo. The nWp logo is still on there. That's created by Penta X. I just been having a lot of trouble trying to log into the Pro Wrestling Tees. Like, you could buy from it still, but it's really hard for my end to add new uploads and stuff like that. TeePublic we've been using for a very, very long time. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to revamp the store, put the Paper Saber Universe logo up and everything like that, put up the new Sexy Ninja Cast logo. And it was much easier. So you can go there, go to the link tree. KMB merch is the button you want to push on that link tree. You can go get yourself that sweet nWp logo. Like I said, it's on there. Very great prices. They have a bunch of sales all the time. I really do like TeePublic, and I forgot of how many designs me and Big Daddy created over the years for that store. It's all there, archived and everything to the C Plus Studios days. So if you feel a little bit like, ooh, I want to get an old school C Plus Studios thing, go for it. And I'm going to have a Paper Saber Universe stuff on there as well. So like I said, the new exclusive, the Sexy Ninja Cast logo just dropped, and it's beautiful. I created that myself, and I'm very excited about where that show is going to go. A lot more is going to happen. I've been hiking and everything, so a lot more is on the way. But tell me what you thought of iMPACT, okay? Then share with your grandma, share the bum down at Walmart, and remember that the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
It's been an emotional few weeks for the Rascals as Wentz is out for revenge against Dempsey here tonight. But it was this past Tuesday night on NXT when Wentz and Miguel